Hey everyone, Sam from Professional Music Technology here, and in this video we're taking a look at some of our favourite affordable recording interfaces. So whether you're setting up a home studio on a bit of a budget, or maybe you just need something small and portable for mobile recording or podcasting, this is 5 of the best cheap USB audio interfaces that don't suck. Before we get started, I will say now that a lot of the models on our list do share some similar features that are common to most audio interfaces. With the exception of one, which we'll come on to later, they're all compatible with both PC and Mac and are USB bus powered, so you don't need an external power supply. They all feature 2 inputs and 2 outputs, allowing you to record 2 channels at once. They've got headphone sockets, super low latency monitoring and direct monitor mix knobs, so you can blend the levels between the inputs and the playback from your computer. And they all feature 48 volt phantom power, allowing you to use condenser microphones. So throughout the video I'll probably just be breezing over the basic specs, I'm not repeating myself too much, and instead I'll just try and point out the features that make each model unique. So in no particular order, the first interface that we're looking at has been a really popular choice for a number of years now. In fact, it actually says on the back of the box that it's the world's best-selling audio interface. It's the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. Now in its 3rd generation of interfaces, the Scarlett range are renowned for their great sounding mic preamps and high-performance analog to digital converters. So they've been designed to get the best out of your microphone and to deliver the highest quality audio at this kind of price point. In the case of the 2i2, it boasts 2 of Focusrite's latest generation mic preamps and 24-bit 192 kHz converters. Plus, there's a new Air feature introduced for the Mark III model, which gives your microphone a brighter, kind of more open sound when engaged. A nice option to have depending on the style of vocals you're recording. Designed to cater for a wide range of audio sources, the 2 combination inputs are compatible with either balanced XLR microphone cables, unbalanced 1/4" jack instrument cables, or balanced TRS jacks for line level inputs such as keyboards. And the gain knobs for each input have a cool looking halo around them, which lights up green when the signal is detected, but turns red when the input gets too loud and starts to clip, allowing you to set the optimum input levels. On the rear of the unit, there's just a USB socket to go to your computer and 2 outputs for your speakers, and these are balanced TRS 1/4" jack sockets to ensure clean, hum-free audio playback. Another reason why the Scarlett is so popular is its build quality. Now, I'd say personally, it's probably the most stylish looking of all of the interfaces on our list, with that striking scarlet red finish, but it also feels really tough when compared to some of the models that have got a more kind of plasticky feel. The Scarlett has got a tough metal case, and this makes it nice and strong and robust, so it's ideal for mobile recording. The final thing worth mentioning is that if you're just getting into home recording, this interface also comes bundled with a great selection of plugins and recording software to get you started, including basic versions of Ableton, Pro Tools and XLN Audio's Addictive Keys. So that's the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, which combines amazing sound quality with stylish looks and rugged construction. And if you do need more inputs or outputs, definitely go and check out the other models in the Scarlett range, as there's plenty of other options to suit your needs. Our next pick is by far the most affordable model of all the interfaces on our list, so it's ideal for anyone setting up a home studio on a budget. It's the PreSonus AudioBox USB 96. Now, like the Focusrite Scarlett that we just looked at, The audio box feels just as solid with its sturdy metal housing, perfect for recording on the go, and it features combination inputs for either balanced XLR mic cables or unbalanced 1/4 inch jacks for instruments, with input clipping LEDs to help you set the correct input levels. Designed for use with any type of microphone, the PreSonus utilises pro quality Class A mic preamps, but it is probably worth mentioning that in our experience, the instrument inputs don't seem to have quite the same amount of headroom as some of the other interfaces which have a specific switch for line levels. So if you are recording keyboards, synths or drum machines, you might just need to watch those output volumes so you don't overload the inputs. But if you're only going to be recording guitars and microphones, then you'll be absolutely fine. In terms of audio quality, while still using 24-bit resolution audio converters, the maximum sample rate is slightly reduced at 96 kHz when compared to more expensive models. But to be completely honest, for most home recordings, streaming or podcasting, this is more than acceptable. And for most applications, you'd be pushed to tell the difference between the higher sampling rates. And let's not forget, the PreSonus is more than half the price of some of the other interfaces on our list. Considering its budget price tag, the AudioBox USB96 does have one pretty neat trick up its sleeve, as it's the only interface that we're looking at today which features a full-size 5-pin MIDI interface, really handy for connecting keyboards, controllers or other non-USB MIDI devices through a single hub. So if you need something super affordable and compact, but that's still going to offer great quality audio and versatile features, the AudioBox 96 is one of the best value interfaces currently available, and it even comes bundled with a free license for PreSonus's Studio One DAW software, so you can start recording straight out of the box.
I'm leaving town tomorrow, leaving town for good, and I don't want to say goodbye to you as I go. You are why I'm leaving. See, my mind is gone astray. Oh, I'm leaving town and I ain't coming back again. If the mountains started talking, all the stories they would tell for the nights we've laid there, just counting stars. Memories fresh as dawn in my mind, and I just can't bear the pain. Oh, I'm leaving town and I ain't coming back again.
And now for something a little bit different, as our next pick on our list of best cheap audio interfaces is the Roland Go Mixer Pro. Now, whereas other more traditional interfaces are designed for use with a computer, the Go Mixer Pro is designed specifically for recording high quality audio to smartphones and other mobile devices. Unlike the other interfaces that we're looking at today, which only have 2 inputs, the Go Mixer Pro allows you to connect a lot more audio sources. There's a balanced XLR input with phantom power for a condenser microphone, a mini jack stereo mic input, a 1/4 inch jack input for guitar or bass, left and right instrument inputs for keyboard or piano, plus 2 more stereo mini jack line inputs which can be used to connect an MP3 player. You can then mix all of these inputs together to record a stereo mix directly to your smart device, which connects via the micro USB port with a peak indicator LED letting you know if you're overloading the inputs. Now at first glance, the Go Mixer Pro may seem to be a bit of an odd looking design, but that's because it can also house 4 AAA batteries, so you don't have to drain the power from your phone if you don't want to. And that battery compartment also acts as a stand for your phone, so you can shoot selfie style videos. Other features include a monitor out socket for headphones or to connect to a powered speaker. A loopback switch allows you to play a backing track from the same phone that you're recording the audio onto, and then actually capture that audio mixed in with your inputs. I hope that makes sense anyway. And then finally, there's a center cancel switch on one of the line inputs. So if you're playing a song from an MP3 player, you can cut out anything that's in the center of the stereo mix, which is usually the main vocals, essentially creating a karaoke style backing track. So we're by no means saying that the Roland Go Mixer is the best option for a traditional computer-based home studio setup, but if you're into vlogging or live streaming and need to quickly record video with great quality audio, maybe you want to get down some ideas at band practice or film yourself playing a song for YouTube, this really is a unique little device, and it's probably the most powerful and versatile way of recording audio to a smartphone. It's a bit of a must-have for a mobile musician.
As they sit on Primrose Hill, waiting for the morning rise, the morning rise. Lit up London skies, never more alive, never more alive. Pale pink shadows on the skylines. How, for a moment she saw all in his eyes.
So moving on and getting back to a kind of more conventional USB audio interface, the penultimate model that we're looking at today is the Native Instruments Complete Audio 2. Of all the traditional 2-in 2-out interfaces on our list, the Complete Audio 2 is the most compact and features a very different kind of design to the Focusrite and PreSonus models that we checked out earlier. This one's a discreet but stylish looking desktop interface designed to complement Native's other complete range of keyboards and controllers. And instead of all the controls being crammed onto a front panel, this interface has moved the large master volume knob onto the top of the unit, making it really easy to adjust on the fly. This utilisation of the extra space also allows for 2 input level meters, so you don't just get an input clip light, and this gives you a much more accurate readout of how loud or quiet your audio source is. Just like the Focusrite Scarlett, the Complete Audio 2 features high quality A to D converters with 24-bit resolution and sample rates of up to 192 kHz. And the XLR jack combination inputs are suitable for all types of microphone or instruments, with the jack inputs being switchable for either guitar or line levels. Now obviously, if you're a fan of Native Instruments hardware and software, this interface is going to slip into your setup seamlessly, both aesthetically and sonically. But it doesn't have to be used exclusively with Complete or Machine software. Although it does come bundled with some great production software such as Ableton Live Lite, Machine Essentials and the Monarch Synth plugin, the Complete Audio 2 is a great standalone interface in its own right, compatible with any type of recording software. So whether you're a songwriter, producer, podcaster or even a live performer, the Complete Audio 2 is definitely worth checking out. Although it doesn't feel quite as robust as some of the other interfaces, it is very small and light, so it'll easily fit into a laptop bag, and it's great value at under £100 considering its high quality specs. And if you don't need the 2 inputs, it's also available in a single channel version, which offers the same kind of pro quality but at an even more affordable price.
Walking on the mountainside, hoping you think of me, and I'm trusting in the southern winds. You'll come back, my dear. Are you calling me to sleep? Are you calling me to be free? Like the seasons change, we go our separate ways, but I still hold on to the light that you bring. Life moves on, and when all is said and done, you'll always be the one who's calling me to sleep. You'll always be the one who's calling me to sleep.
So we've reached the final model on our list of best affordable USB interfaces, and we may have just saved the best until last. It's the Solid State Logic SSL2. Now at first glance, aside from its larger desktop style design, it may look very similar in terms of features when compared to some of the other interfaces that we've looked at, but it's what's going on under the hood that makes all the difference here. If you've not heard of them before, Solid State Logic, or SSL, are a company based in Oxford here in England, and they're renowned for their high-end mixing desks and audio processors, widely acclaimed by professional engineers and producers around the world. But they have got a price tag to match. And that's why, for those in the know, the announcement of these new interfaces was pretty exciting news, as for the first time ever, that SSL sound and quality is being made available in an interface for a fraction of the price. Now, don't get me wrong, this is still the most expensive interface on our list, so whilst not really being cheap, it does still come in at under £200, which is pretty incredible considering the specs. So let's take a closer look. The interface itself feels really well built, with a housing made from a combination of moulded plastic and brushed metal, and the layout is very clean and simple to use. But as I mentioned a moment ago, it's the quality of the components and the internal audio processing that really sets the SSL apart from other interfaces. The two input connectors are high quality Neutrik XLR combi jacks, catering for either balanced XLR, TRS jack or unbalanced 1/4 inch connectors, and the input sensitivity is switchable between line and high Z instrument levels. The control knobs utilise high quality Alps potentiometers, which feel super smooth, allowing you to make the finest of adjustments to levels, and each of the input channels has got a very clear, accurate and easy to read input level meter. As you might expect from SSL, the internal signal path and audio processing are just as high quality. In fact, these interfaces use exactly the same pristine 24-bit 192 kHz A to D converters that SSL use in their Alpha Link audio interfaces, which cost about 10 times the price. The onboard mic preamps have also been specially developed by SSL to deliver the kind of sonic performance that you usually expect from a much more expensive interface. These preamps feature a two-stage gain circuit, offering a pretty massive gain range of 62 decibels, so they can give a real boost to a low-output dynamic or ribbon microphone, whilst remaining incredibly clean, thanks to an ultra-low noise floor of minus 130.5 dBu. This means that your recordings will consistently be clean and clear, no matter how quiet and delicate the sound that you're trying to capture. The output side of the interface is just as premium quality, with Neutrik balanced 1/4 inch jacks for your monitor speakers and a high-powered headphone output designed to accommodate all impedance levels of headphones. Now, you may have already noticed one of the biggest features that I haven't actually mentioned yet, and that's these two buttons, one for each channel, labelled Legacy 4K, and this is a really cool and unique addition to the interface. When you engage that switch, it kicks in a newly developed all-analog tonal enhancement circuit, which SSL have based on the sound of their original 4000 series studio mixing console, hence the name Legacy 4K. The 4000 series was a legendary mixing desk, loved by producers when it was first released back in the 1980s, and it became renowned for adding a bit of kind of extra sparkle and mojo to recordings, breathing some life into what might be an otherwise dull or lifeless sound. With the Legacy 4K circuit, SSL have tried to bring some of those unique sonic characteristics to a home recording interface, a kind of magic button that gives a slight high frequency boost to add a bit of sheen but without sounding too harsh, and some very subtle harmonic distortion to give your signal a bit of kind of analog warmth and extra oomph. Now, you're not going to use it for everything, and SSL do say that it's not a fix-all button to make up for poor mic placement or bad recording techniques, but it can be used to add just a little bit of something special, especially when used on vocals, guitars and drums.
Morning dew sweeping through the flower beds. We rise with the pink skyline. There's something in that air. Bird song cry, coffee under blue skies. I feel the end of summer growing colder through the night. About working less your grunt. I can't seem to find the hours to watch the skies. Working long days just to get by, and we're hoping to build a better life.
So even though it is the most expensive interface that we're looking at today, the SSL2 really does offer premium quality features at an incredibly affordable price. So it's definitely worth checking out. And if you do need a few more features such as MIDI or extra outputs, there's also an SSL2 Plus model, which gives you even more versatility.
Sowing over the same old ground till we realize we are moved as one. Every one of us is dancing under the same sun. We are moved as one. Every one of us is dancing under the same sun, the same sun.
So thanks for watching. That was our top 5 best USB audio interfaces under £200, and you can find out more about any of these interfaces at pmtonline.co.uk, or you can go and check them out for yourself at your nearest professional music technology store. As always, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as PMT House of Rock. And if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please do give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon.